What is going on, crypto legends? How's everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation here all together for Bitcoin, some general altcoins as well. Bitcoin pumping, will other altcoins pump as well? We're going to do some altcoin analysis all together, guys. I am back home, back in the studio, ready to rock, baby. Ready to absolutely crush the charts this week. Let's go right away and analyze the situation. First of all, I want to say hello to the community and obviously go through Bitcoin mainly, okay, to understand where we at. What are the possible scenarios on the lower time frames? Are we going to blast through this level and go to $40,000 in the coming days? Or are we going to start facing some strong resistance zones? We're going to go through that in just a couple of minutes, guys. How's everybody doing? Smash up the like button on your way in, guys. Let's get to 100 likes in the next coming seconds and go through the comment section, of course, to say hello to my beautiful community. Aditya, how are you doing, my man? First, as always, you're the man. I know you're a great trader. Now, you've been following me for over 2 years easily and got incredible results sharing me on Telegram and on Discord. How are you doing, Aditya, today? Game World, hello Andy, when is the pump on DOT? Still waiting. I am still in that long position. It's still basically at entry level. I'm still at entry level here on Polkadot. It's just a swing long position and it's basically still at entry. I have confidence in Polkadot actually pumping. When is the pump going to come? I don't know. It's been trading at this range for several days, even, almost 2 weeks now, just at the 5.20, 5.30. Very, very boring, but overall, this is a swing long position. I'm very much confident that this is actually going to start running here to the upside at some point. So when is it going to come? Well, yeah, this is, it should come soon, basically. It is at a very good spot. Polkadot is at a very good spot. We can do some technical analysis on Polkadot after doing Bitcoin, of course. Seb, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining the live stream. Smash the like button. Thank you very much. Got Seb here in the chat. Devolt, thanks very much for joining the live stream. Also got my moderators here banging. Devolt is also a coach in the Legends community, absolutely crushing it. What's up, Legends? MT, how are you doing? Like. Okay, I want to go through all of the comments, guys. It's a mission impossible for me because it's not all about comments. I do want to go through the comments. I want to do the analysis and talk about what are the major levels that we're looking at here. So far, Bitcoin is looking very, very pumpy. It's having some pumpy action. I'll go through that right away. Saito do not pump yet. Saito is not pumping. Some of the altcoins, Unibright pumped a little bit, got a big retracement. The one that I was getting wrecked on, for all of those that wanted to know, there is one of those small altcoins that had a massive inflation problem, and that was Sora Network. I've been buying this one beneath 1 cent. And I've been buying pretty aggressively, like in the red and buying aggressive. This is up 178% today. This is for people that know what they're doing and they're putting funds that they're willing to lose. I am putting some funds here that I am willing to lose, okay? However, I am up over 3x here for the last few days because this was trading, beneath 8 cents. 0.008. 0.0008 actually, and this one's pumping like crazy at the moment. I really feel tempted to sell some because I've been buying a little bit more aggressively during the last few days. You need to be cautious because this could smack back down in the next coming days, right? This is only for me. This is a crypto project that I am speculating on for the next coming months and years, okay? Saito's not pumping. Unibright's not pumping. They're a little bit stuck. Unibright did actually really well the last few weeks, but had a big retracement. They're just really risky altcoins. Low capital. They can drop 50% in a matter of a couple of days. So just stay cautious. Just put what you're willing to lose. I am putting, I'm dabbling into some altcoins that I do think have a great future. And short term, they can get you wrecked, okay? That you can be down 99%. All right, you need to be ready for that. I went through that back in 2019, 2020, and it's fine. It's just it's bumps in the road, right? It's just a few bumps in the road, and you just get on with it, okay? So Yeah, there will be pumping in the near future. That is for sure. Is it techno time? What do you mean techno time? Bull Trap says Rene Montenegro. Rene Montenegro, the biggest bear in the community. Welcome back, says Philip. Yo, Teddles, how are you doing? Anyway, guys, how's everybody doing? Thanks for joining the stream. Let's crack on. If you didn't watch one of my updates, this is something here that we need to analyze higher time frame, okay? Probably you already know this, but for people that don't know it, doing the pure technical analysis, this is a crucial resistance zone in between $38,000, $39,000 range. Yes, it could try and attempt to hit 41K. We know that Bitcoin can have that volatility, but this zone is extremely strong resistance looking at the technicals. And it's not only a resistance trend line here from an ascending channel. Not only that, we are adding much more confluence than that. This is a point where the stars are aligning, the planets are aligning, saying, bang, this is a wall, and it's going to be very complicated for the price of Bitcoin to break. However, if it does break, it's going to be massive. The breakout can get so explosive that it could go all the way up to around about $48,000-$50,000. And the reason why is this because there's not much resistance above $39,000-$40,000. There's a big gap here. You're inside the value area from 2021 and 2022 price action, and there's just not much that's going to stop the price. This kind of breakout can be pretty explosive, especially after the consolidation that we are creating. However, if it doesn't break, it could be a very steep corrective move. So we've got the ascending channel resistance at the moment, creating higher lows, higher highs. This is where we are currently. We also have the point of control from 2021 and 2022. Big, massive volume node. We were talking also about the expansion here, the Fibonacci 0.618 expansion from the last drop here created in November, right, which was the FTX collapse back in November of 2022. So very, very strong level of resistance, as we did get that level respected here many times. 1.618, 2.618, we got above it here, but then rejected. We are currently slightly above the level here, the 3.618. But overall, very, very choppy, right? It's not a big blast through here, and that I would say, okay, it's broken, right? But as you're dancing around through the zone, for me, it's still, paying very, very close attention here for this level to possibly reject, okay? Now, we're going to go through the lower time frames on Bitcoin. What is the most important things that we need to note here on the price of Bitcoin? We talked about, really nice long position here at this range, really nice short, a little bit of scalping day trading inside of this area, okay? This was a long position that was provided a few days ago in the Legends community, talking about that rise here very, very nicely. And what's happening right over here is very interesting. I mean, this very, very five wavy. We talk about this in the Legends as well, very, very five wavy. And right now, this is very much like a corrective wave. Is this just going to get an explosive move to the upside? It is definitely a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. However, this is still major resistance. We're just a few $100s away in creating a new yearly high. And that is the moment I'm going to be extremely interested in checking the reaction. I'm in a small swing short position here on Bitcoin, currently in the negative. Did take a little bit of profits on this, but in the negative at this moment. I want to check to see if we're going to explode out. If we're exploding out and successfully moving to higher levels, I will just close this position. It's a swing short position, so the capital is low. This is a short position to go to $34,000 or even lower. But if I see there's, quite a lot of power on this move, I will close the position. However, on the other side, checking the reaction here at 38.8, if we start struggling here to get above the yearly high, and then obviously get that swing failure pattern again, basically reject from that strongest point that I've been explaining here for the last few days on the higher time frame, okay? If we do get that rejection, I will be adding to the position aggressively and obviously look for that big major pullback. Currently pumping here very, very nicely. there was massive, the reason for this pump as well is because there was massive bullish CVD divergence. We're popping, just about to create a new yearly high on the live stream now in the next coming minutes. So the reason why of this major pump as well, I wasn't too confident in this long position, not been doing much trading actually on, basically scalping. The reason why I wasn't confident, we were losing here the value area low. I was looking at, I would have preferred to long at this range. However, there was massive bullish CVD divergence. You got people shorting like crazy at this point, and you are creating those lower lows on the CVD on all of the exchanges. And there's massive higher lows. This is being absorbed by big players and just getting this pump here to claim the high, which is basically that target zone, right? Based on CVD indicator. So it was just crazy, right? This is why CVD is actually a really powerful tool, no doubt. It could build up big bearish or bullish CVD divergence in a matter of 24 hours or less, right? Inside of the day. So all of this price action to the downside was creating that aggressive, massive lower lows on the CVD, managing to create actually higher lows, right, from this point. So people shorting like crazy inside of the zone, okay? Higher time frame people are bullish, but lower time frame people were shorting like maniacs, right? Giving the price, that actual pump that is happening here during today. So pumpy action, yes sir. Chat, are we breaking up or down? We are moving here to the upside. CVD, yeah. No, not CBD, CVD. Yeah, we use CVD for other stuff, not for trading. Right, legalize CBD. Pumped with a low volume. Call, take money for it will come down in dollars. Yeah, I think for all of those people that have been longing Bitcoin here on this retracement based on CVD, I would have liked to long here this range. It's a level that I was looking at here with the Legends community. It was a naked point of control. We had the 7-8 Fibonacci also very close to the value area low. And it would have been nice to see this reaction a little bit lower. Would have been nice to get into that long position. But those bullish CVD divergence were actually, building up very strongly. So I would personally, if you have been in that long, a really nice $1,000 pump from this range, it's definitely a target zone to take some profits, because you actually could reject very aggressively from the highs, right? You can maintain some of that position, no doubt, because if you don't swing failure pattern, if you don't create a failed breakout and you continue pumping, till you actually get that rejection from certain levels, that is when you want to take the profits, right? So no doubt, if you hit the yearly high and do get that rejection, it's obviously a sign of take profit if you have been longing, right? Just a little tip there for all of those people that are randomly getting into trades, because I do get that a lot. Where should I take profit? Where is my stop loss? Well, if you have been longing, if you do reject from the yearly high, it's to take into consideration. Take profits as always. Did you find your new forever home in Dubai, Andy? Yeah, I did actually check out a few homes. Yeah, thank you very much, Teddles, for asking. Yeah, this is definitely the plan to go and move there in the coming months, because I've had enough. I've had enough of Spain. I've had enough of, had enough here. And, it's pretty cool. Dubai's a pretty cool city. But I would only go there for a few years. That is the plan anyway, only for a few years, because I love very much where I live. But I think, currently it's not the greatest place to be. It's not crypto friendly, and I'm going to get wrecked in tax. And I don't want that. Nobody wants that, right? So, anyway. Get wrecked. What's going on? Calm down. Right. Enough talking about the comments, because... Wrecked Andy, you was a bear for ages. No. I was bearish on higher time frames, no doubt, but did not get wrecked. Okay, I don't get wrecked. I get stopped out, but don't get wrecked. Okay, I'm really not a swing trader. I do day trading and scalping. So calm down. I was bearish. Yeah, I was bearish right over here. I was wrong. okay, with the analysis right over here, I was expecting the price possibly to create a lower high at this point on higher time frames. However, I was not shorting this level. I was not in a short position. I don't swing trade. I focus more on day trading and scalping, okay? So calm down. Don't come in the comment section to say, get wrecked. You were bearish for a long time. Yeah, there was a bearish count on the higher time frame. I have no problem in saying that. So if you want here to bring hate, you can get lost. Let's focus here on the lower time frames, on the possibility trade scenarios on the lower time frames. So, like I said, I would have preferred the price to actually come down here to a little bit of this range. It would have been nicer. However, the price is pumping right now. So the question is, can I jump into a long position here? Well, I don't like long in here as we're testing the highs, right? It's just obviously a rejection point. I shorted here, I longed here, right? I'm looking at these mini ranges, okay, to get into those nice day trading setups. Didn't do any trade. I'm in a very small swing short position. It's like a 7x leverage. Stop loss, liquidation is all the way up at $42,000. It's just a very, very low. I'm going to analyze the situation to see if it's worth adding to that short position. And if not, obviously exiting that position, all right? Very, very low leverage, low capital. It's a nice chilled swing short position. And we'll analyze the situation, in the next coming days to see what happens. But focusing more on what's happening now, that's when we want to take those opportunities. And for me, it's still that pretty obvious level. Yes, the highs here, the yearly highs is an obvious level for a failed breakout, okay? We haven't quite tested it here on Bybit. So we're just a few dollars away in testing that yearly high, which I very much think it could be claimed in the next coming hours, couple of days, if we do get a decent pullback. Very likely to be claimed. However, there's a much better level for me, which is that point of control for 2021 and 2022. That is untapped yet. If we do manage to get a significant rise up there, it is true that volume is declining. We need to understand this. You're creating higher highs while you're creating, massive divergence here on the volume. There's just not a powerful volume, right? Then obviously you want to take it into consideration to get into a short position. This is why I would be building up a short position here at this level. If we do reject from the point of control, only if we reject from that point of control. Because if we flip that point of control into support and we continue to higher levels, I wouldn't want to get into a short position up there, right? I wouldn't want to add to that position. Only if we get that massive wick, bang, bang, consolidation beneath the level, reject. That is an obvious sign of weakness for me. So it's just a matter of being patient, right? Being patient and see what happens there. You're a great man, Gravity. Thank you very much, my man. Right. Montenegro should be banned from crypto. Well, he's been bearish a long time ago. Been bearish since 16K. Anyway. Right, let's just subscribe. Please let me know about Ethereum, when to buy. If you're buying on spot, what could I say? I wanted to do a little bit of DXY analysis as well, guys, because, we're coming close to a very interesting level. But overall, I listen to the community. I try to read most of the comments. Ethereum, what's going on with Ethereum? What's a good level to buy on Ethereum? Ethereum has been doing absolutely bananas here with the analysis that was provided. Oh my goodness. We've been talking about some analysis because I don't do Ethereum very much, but we did an update on Ethereum just a few days ago, and it was absolutely crazy how we were looking for this value area high, just for all of those people that, I got a bit of a few haters here because I was bearish in the macro a few months ago and the price pumped. I was still buying Bitcoin. I wasn't swing short or swing long, not much of a swing trader myself. The Legends community know this. And I focus on the daily time frame, right? On lower time frames on a daily setup. And this was a setup that we were talking about just a couple of days ago. This happened just a few days ago, where I was talking about, look, I'm looking for this high. If it is going to be claimed and rejected at the daily above value area high with low volume, I'm looking for a pretty decent pullback on Ethereum. This just happened a couple of days ago, which was this pullback right over here, right? Price action was inside of this range and obviously looking for that daily level, this high to be claimed as a wick, as a liquidity grab, and obviously failing to break above here the value area high with very low volume. Volume was decreasing massively into that level and it was just a level to short. Then value area low, let me just find that because I want to look at that. You know, I want to look at the analysis here on Ethereum because, I mean, this is what we talk about. We talk about the levels where we could obviously get that bounce. And this bounce just yesterday. This is the analysis. This is how we trade. Value area low, which is hitting also the 7/8 Fibonacci, round about, you know, hang on a second, because this is not Ethereum. Yeah, basically looking for that level to get that bounce on Ethereum, right? Which is the value area low, because I did Ethereum and Bitcoin in the same analysis video. 1,970 to 75 range here. Value area low, look for that level because that is a level where we will likely bounce. And basically that level is right over here. It's this one right there. So we analyze the levels internally here in the Legends community. So that was a good short. This was a good range here to look for the reaction. Double bottom scenario and obviously hitting, you know, that 61878 was not reached. It was beneath the value area low, but 618 holding very, very nicely. Double bottom scenario, getting that beautiful rise here of over $70 on Ethereum. Just slightly touching the value area low of the range. So overall, this is what we talk about. We focus on day trade and scalping setups, okay? Very important to understand because I know most of the people look for big swing trades, all right? Big levels on higher time frames. I mainly focus on lower time frame. I take a look at longs here, shorts here, inside of the day, major levels here, just looking for those internal setups, right? So higher time frame for Bitcoin. Like I said, you know, point of control here. It's very, very interesting level. Point of control of 2021 and 2022. I mean, I'm going to repeat. It's higher time frame level, so we repeat it many times here on the stream. Big zone. Lee, thanks for the super chat, my man. Yo, Andy, Jesus coin is still rising and blessing. We are bringing love and peace to the space. God bless. Thank you very much. Jesus, is there such thing as Jesus coin? Jesus coin. My goodness, this is up 27%. Stay cautious. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. This one absolutely rocketed in the last couple of months. Wow, I'm not sure what this is, guys, but yeah, 777. Stay cautious. Maybe it's a little bit of a meme coin. I'm not too sure. Okay, I don't want to say it is Jesus coin. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, stay cautious. Obviously, this was a bit of a promo super chat. I got you there. I can see you. Stay cautious with these coins. Overall, it has been pumping like crazy. Baby Jesus. So yeah. A lot of money coming into the market, flowing first into Tether and then Bitcoin, then altcoins. Yeah, the Tether printer is going crazy. There's been lots of Tether being printed. Usually what happens if the Tether printer goes brrr, then obviously that is a good sign. That means a lot of that Tether is likely to be allocated into Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies, right? It's happened in the past. It's what usually happens. So if the supply of Tether goes up, you know, that means it's a good sign. It's likely going to pump the crypto market. Something to take into consideration. It's happened in the past many times. Some interesting news that I want to talk about. Obviously, we did have a spot ETF that was declined, the Franklin one. It was declined today. I think it's a 1.5 trillion. You know, they do have in management 1.5 trillion in, according to the research that I've done. And they're pretty large. They're not BlackRock, but they are pretty large. Well, they did get declined on their ETF for January, just today. And next ones are in January, basically. We do have, obviously, BlackRock, which is the most respected one that we want to see approved. We just got, it's only about 45 days away, right? We're almost at the 30th. Yeah, so less than a month and a half away to get those spot Bitcoin ETFs approved. Let's see. So far, so good. It's looking pretty interesting. There's some data that I want to share with you guys, but I want to continue with the comment section of, obviously. Smash up that like button, guys. What's going on with the like button? People just don't like the stream, or I don't know. A lot of people watching, but not many people smashing the like, guys. Just share some love. I'm here to help, here to read the comments. Share the analysis that I do here. Share the analysis that I do in the Legends community, which is, what can I say? For all of those, we're going to keep Black Friday for a couple of days because I did get a few DMs. Hey, it's the end of the month, and I want to get, I haven't got paid yet. So we're going to extend it a couple of more days till maybe the 1st of December or so. I mean, this is... we shouldn't extend it much more, obviously, but got a few of DMs saying, hey bro, I've got the it's the end of the month, I'm getting paid soon, can it be extended? You just need to DM and we'll probably sort you out, okay, for all of those people that are getting paid the first week of every month, unfortunately. So like I said, there is still that deal down below in the description, okay? If you want to join, if you want the masterclass, which is basically all the technical analysis that we talk about, okay, all the levels, all the tools that you need, there's an 80% discount. This is only going to go for a couple of more days and then it's off, okay? This discount will not be there next week, okay? So 80% discount for the masterclass, and you also get 1 month free trial. So you check out what is going on in the Legends community, because a lot of people ask, is it worth joining the Legends community? What is this guy on YouTube talking about in the Legends community? Is it worth it? Does he actually talk about setups and trading scenarios? Well, you tell me. You can ask the Legends community. We do that. I do provide analysis every single day talking about the levels that can be respected so you can possibly jump into a trade with a good risk management. You got it there. Information. It's not. Anyway, you're awesome, Andy. Hey, thank you very much. Peace, not war. Thank you very much. Let's talk about. Estamos contigo, Andy. Thiago. Muchas gracias, amigo. Right. Johan. Interesting question. Hi, Andy. If Bitcoin fails to create a higher high in this push, would that look like a reversal pattern? If we do, no doubt, every time we test a possible high, we know it could be a massive rejection point, right? Basically a swing failure pattern, a failed breakout. So what we need to pay attention here in the next coming hours is, are we going to successfully break the yearly high that we created on the 24th of November? It's a matter of being patient. As long as the price is above the yearly high, I'm really not interested in shorting that scenario. If we do reject from that zone, then obviously it's a good sign of possible weakness, okay? It's a good sign of weakness that we could actually, start moving down from here. If we do hit the point of control in the coming hours and reject from that level, I am going to speculate that this is going to be a pretty epic short position, guys. It's just a big major level. Several ways in looking at this, because this is ascending. No doubt that we are in bullish structure. When we short the highs, we need to have extremely good risk management. We need to have a good extreme risk management, because what is happening is you are creating higher lows. You are trying to speculate on this is going to be the high. This is going to finally break down at some point. You need to have very, very good risk management, okay? Much better longing the retracements as you are in an uptrend, creating higher lows consistently for the last few weeks. Trying to short, I only short swing failure patterns, basically, if I am shorting an uptrend. There's no way you're going to see me short here in the middle of this zone over here, for example. It's just not going to happen. You don't short here. if you're in a major uptrend. There's just no way you're going to short this pullback. It doesn't happen. I don't do it. You don't have to do it like that. You only short the possible rejections from the highs and big resistance levels, speculating that you possibly are going to finally break the higher low support structure. Managing risk very well with your stop loss, lowering your stop loss as you're in some gains. Very important, guys, for this, right? Because I know there's, these very aggressive swing short traders, right? That are like, in big, massive short positions from very low levels, shorting this uptrend for the last few weeks. That is absolutely insanity. That is, it's very, very dangerous. You can get into a big, massive loss. You don't want to be one of those guys. Don't be one of those guys that are adding to the position and, getting into major loss. I'm in a short position right now, but it's basically at this top range. It's a swing short position. I already took some profits, not very much, but, took a little bit of profits, and it's a swing short. I'm speculating for this to actually reject at some point round about, the highs or 38.8. If it continues pumping, volume starts increasing, and we get aggressive pump, I'll easily exit that position. So, thanks for the lessons, my man. Jonathan, thanks for the super chat, okay? Thank you very, very much. Very much appreciated, okay? Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan, shout out to you. A little bit. Philip, Jesus needs a golden cross to be rescued. Go with the trend. Alan, absolutely. This is no doubt bullish trend. We are in massive bullish trend, okay? There's big data out there that is pointing out that we are going to be entering a huge, massive bull run. And we cannot, just walk away from this. Spot Bitcoin ETF approvals. If this is a sell the news event, we still haven't got the news out, right? So we could be pumping into that news still. We do have, illiquid supply. This is absolutely crazy. Illiquid supply is going up massively. You can see the liquid supply is going down since 2020. We are in a very strong downtrend from Bitcoin supply on exchanges. You can see it here in the orange and in the, this red color. There's only a couple of million on the exchanges, okay? You might think it's a lot of Bitcoin, but it's not that much, and it's in a very steady downtrend. So something here to consider. This is from Crypto Cons, I think here. He's pointing out here something very interesting based on the Bitcoin cycles. We are probably going to enter another accumulation zone here where we are going to see those pullbacks. But when you do take a look at the 4-year cycle, we basically following here the logarithmic trend. And it's, we are at this stage right now. We've been following the latest cycles since the top created in November of 2021. We talked about this also, a few weeks and months ago on the channel, where it's been exactly 1 year of corrective move since the top in November of 2021, bottoming out in November of 2022. Last cycle, December to December, 2018 to 2019. The rally also was very similar here. Summer rally of 2023, 2019 also. We actually got a pretty decent pullback back in, 2019, 2020, 2020. It's not happening at this moment. We could expect it to happen at, it would be absolutely healthy. It will be natural. If I do see a pullback of several $1,000s on Bitcoin in the coming months, it just needs to happen. It would be a great opportunity to buy. But overall, we are, everything is following through. There was many people talking about the cycles being different 6 months ago, last year. This time is different since we had the FTX collapse. No, it's not. We actually bottomed out exactly 1 year. Same as the other previous cycles. 1 year, give or take a few weeks of difference back here in 2013, 2014, 2015. But we're following, guys. We're following. So anyway, and something curious is the Bitcoin on exchanges. This is moving down very aggressively. So overall, yeah, long long term, it's bullish for me. There would have to be a catastrophe for Bitcoin to actually, go back down to create new lows. It's just not. There would have to be something very, very bad happening. This is why it's always good to have some cash on the sidelines. We need to have some cash on the sidelines, always. Sure, ETF will change narrative, says Crypto Blog. Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. That is no doubt for sure going to happen. Open interest increase and funding rate drop. It's positive for bloody increase for people who are short. Yeah, open interest is going up by the looks of things with this pump. So open interest goes up while we're pumping. That means it's strong, it's solid. If open interest were to go down as we're pumping, then obviously that means that, all of those shorts are closing or getting liquidated. But overall, if open interest is going up, then it could continue. It could continue. No doubt that we are in a very, very strong uptrend, okay? Like I said, for all of those people that are, are trying to short, you want to try and short the rejections of the top. Or, there's a lot of people building up the shorts and adding to their shorts, staying short and strong. That's a really, really dangerous way in shorting, in trading basically, and you're likely going to get wrecked if you trade like that. So anyway, going through right away. Shall we talk about Polkadot? What's going on with also HBAR? Polkadot is a swing long position that I'm in. I'm in a swing long position on Polkadot. And this one, for me, is likely going to explode. Whether we do get the pullback or not, whether it gets a pullback down to 450 or 430, I don't mind. This descending wedge structure consolidation is a full recipe for a massive breakout. It is highly likely to happen. We talked about this, over a week ago. I'm in that swing long position, and I'm willing to add to the position if it does get a pullback, because I'm quite sure that this is actually going to break out from the descending wedge. It's just lagging behind. Polkadot is very, very slow crypto lately for the last few months, but it's likely to happen. Of course, I'm using MEXC. I could use Bybit. Actually, I can use Bybit now, by the way, guys. Anybody that cannot use Bybit can use MEXC, okay? MEXC is a great platform. You do get a great bonus. Bybit as well. Starting using Bybit again. I love Bybit. For me, it would be better for day trading and swing trading on Bybit because fees are a little bit more higher than MEXC. It's always good to have a couple of exchanges, okay? A couple of alternatives. Bybit, great. MEXC, great. They're the ones that I am using for my trading. And you got great bonuses for them down below, okay? You got great bonuses on Bybit, great bonuses on MEXC, and it's the ones that I'm using. It's another way to support the channel, of course. They are affiliate links, and they're the ones that I'm using. So check them out, guys. Let's dive in right away. Continue with the comment section. Shall we continue with Polkadot, guys? Because Polkadot looks like it wants to explode. It's been very, very boring. I got someone already in the comment section, hey, when do you expect Polkadot to pump? Because, this is ranging, for the last few weeks inside of this range, in between $5 and $5.60, since the beginning of November, forming a little bit of a wedgy structure right there. It looks pretty good for a break up. However, if it breaks down on higher time frames, it is looking very exciting. The reason why I said this was because of the descending wedge structure. It's lagging behind Solana, Avalanche that also exploded the last few weeks. L1s that haven't exploded yet, such as Polkadot, are likely to follow. So if we were to get that pullback, I just see this as the bottom back in October, and this is going to be a wave 2, getting ready for a massive explosive wave 3 if that were to be the case, also forming that inverted head and shoulder, which is very common at an end of a descending wedge. Usually at the end of the wedges, You usually form these kind of patterns, and an inverted head and shoulder in the case of a descending wedge, or in the case of an ascending wedge, you're looking also for that, head and shoulder structure right there at the very, very end to then get the breakdown. What about Algorand? Algorand as well. Algorand, I haven't checked it here for the last few days. But for me, this one is also building up. This consolidation at this major resistance zone, which was proven resistance back in June of 2023, June of this year. It's very, very double bottom Adam and Eve. Massive round consolidation. And this consolidation right there for the last couple of weeks is not too bearish, in my opinion. This is building up for an explosive move out. Of course, at the end of the day, this is why I don't trade altcoins too much, because it is really all dependent on one, which is Bitcoin. It's all dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets a pullback down to $34,000 in the coming days, if it gets a $4,000 smack, these altcoins will likely follow as well. It's just always been like that, 98% of the altcoins. Of course, there will be some altcoins that do their own thing. But if Bitcoin drops at $4,000, obviously you would see that pullback on Algorand, on Polkadot. You just have to be ready for that situation. Algo nice. Yeah, Algo is looking very nice. For me, this is building up. It's building up here massively to get an explosive breakout. It looks pretty good. The same as Polkadot. Polkadot looks really, really solid. I mean, yeah, when you zoom out here on Polkadot, it's absolutely crazy. When you compare this, I mean, Solana is Solana. Solana is big, but even compare it to Avalanche. Even Polkadot is big. Compare it to Avalanche here, or Solana. And Solana obviously has, absolutely just gone through the roof with this move here the last few weeks. Much more than on the other L1 solutions. So let me just get the percentage here so we can actually see the difference on the price action. I mean, yeah, no doubt that it's had a much successful rally, but look how it's broken all of the structure here. So you had a massive lower highs here, and it broke here the structure. We haven't broke it on Polkadot, and it wants to do it. You can see it wants to do it with this consolidation. It wants to do the same as Solana. Solana, big downtrend range here, like this. You can see how it massively exploded out. Polkadot wants to do the same thing. It wants to follow. But it's lagging behind. It's just lagging behind. So, big bet on Solana. On Polkadot, sorry. I'm tired out, guys. I've been traveling all day today, so I'm not too focused, but I was hyped up. I'm back in the studio. Need to do some trading. Spent a lot of money in Dubai and need to make it back with some, with some great trades this, for the rest of the week. Very important. So I'm focused here, excited for the trading week. You need to make some of that, some of that money spent back, obviously. Right. Right. Hey, Abdullah. No, it's not unfair. It is Black Friday. You check out anything Black Friday. Go and check out everything. It's Black Friday, so you don't need to say it's unfair to get a cheap, discount. Hey, it's like buying something on Amazon 2 weeks ago, and then you see 30% discount on something. Are you going to call Amazon and say, hey, that's not fair? It is Black Friday. If you want to bet, if you want great deals on courses, on products, on everything, wait for Black Friday. Check anybody out there that are selling their products on social media they have 70, 80% discounts. This is where we got the idea. So, hey, I don't care about talking about this on a live stream. It's Black Friday. Everybody does it. So it's not unfair. If it were to be unfair for everybody, then, hey, just wait for November. Just wait for Black Friday to buy any courses or any product from anybody or anywhere to get a good deal, right? Of course, it's not unfair. It's Black Friday. We want to share some love. We're following Black Friday as well, like many others are doing. Check everybody has been doing Black Friday. So yeah. Anyway, ignore them hating. We will always support you, says the better 1998. Yeah, I mean, haters are haters, and it doesn't matter. TradingView also did a 70 out. Devolt, I actually got that. Thank you very much for reminding me. I got the premium on TradingView, which was a great deal. It's usually like $60 a month on TradingView, and they had the Black Friday deal, 70% off, and you're paying like $15 or something like that for the premium on TradingView. So, hey, if I bought TradingView last month, should I go back to them and say, it's unfair? No, absolutely not. Okay, so you need to go with the market. Go with the market. Don't feel mad. You will learn. You'll learn for next time. You'll buy next Black Friday a few things and wait. Be patient. Shout out to you, Andy Splash. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah, I got the deal on Black Friday. I think we were paying $200 for the year on TradingView to have all of the tools and premium. So shout out to Devolt for reminding me that, which was a very good deal. Anyway, 70% off for 1 year deal. Yeah, exactly. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Got that. Got the deal. Right. I thought Black Friday is just in America. No way. Black Friday is worldwide right now. Yeah. And it's not only Friday. Apparently people extend it for a week, even 2 weeks. I've checked on Amazon today. They still got Black Friday deals. So they like to extend it. So we extend it as well. Even the Black Friday is expensive if you live in South Africa. Okay, let's stop talking about Black Friday. People extend it for a week. It used to be 1 day. It used to be just Friday. Apparently it's 1 week or 2 weeks now. So anyway. Andy, are you looking for 8K too? $8,000 what? Bitcoin? I don't think so. I do see a pullback on Bitcoin at some point, very aggressive, but I would happily say that the bottom is in. I said if we do break the highs here, well, I did say back then if we do break above $25,000, that the bottom would likely be in, just based on market structure. This was long time ago, many months ago. We're talking about if $25,000 is broken successfully, then the bottom the bottom is in. Oh my goodness, getting my words mixed up. I'm tired. But that was based just on market structure because we were creating lower highs and lower lows. So this was the next lower low right over here. And this was the last lower high because all of these lows, right, did not break this low, right? It didn't even touch it. So the technical market structure last lower high was this one right over here at 25K, and we broke it. And for me, that was already a sign of, the bottom is in. I was actually bearish though here. I thought, we were possibly going to get another pullback, but we didn't. Okay. Just for all of those people that said, I was bearish, got wrecked. It was not the case, but I was wrong on that analysis on higher time frames. Okay. We cannot always be right, guys. I'm right many times, especially on the lower time frames, because it's a reality. But and it's proven in the Legends community. We talk about major levels that do get respected many times. This is a nice long setup that we talked about. What day was this? The 26th of November, just 2 days ago. Talked about a double bottom, long setup. We're going up to 37,600 range likely. so we can take some profits there. That's what happened. We bottomed out here. That is where we came. So we focus on these day trade scenarios a lot in the Legends community. That's what I focus on. I'm not the best higher time frame analyst. That is a fact. That is a fact. So there's Black Friday in Russia too. There's Black Friday all world in the entire world. Andy is live finally. Yes, sir. I'll be going live every day now for a few days. Every day. We need to crack on. We need to crack on here with the levels, with the analysis. We need to continue. Right, guys. What shall we analyze? Because for me in Bitcoin, it's pretty obvious. We are doing a little bit of a consolidation. We just a couple of $100 away and hitting a new yearly high. I think it's likely to be hit in the coming hours. Could we reject from this point? I mean, we are back testing this yearly high. So we had a failed breakout. Now we're kind of back testing it a little bit. So, I mean, the pullback could happen. However, it's much better to actually test the yearly high, test the point of control of 2021, this zone over here. Maybe this one will be it. Got to manage risk very, very well. But, I personally prefer the point of control of 2021 and 2022 because that is very solid. I think Bitcoin will have a hard time to try and break this through. If I wake up tomorrow morning and it breaks through and we're trading at $42,000, then I'll be like, wow, that was not expecting that. It was easy to break through at the end of the day. Do you think breakout will come in the coming hours, says Jeremy? I think a possible test of the highs will come out. Something to consider is that volume is decreasing into the highs. So there is some volume divergence here. I would be interested if it fails to break out to add to my short position or, basically create another short on MEXC, basically where I scalp and day trade. I would be interested in getting in a possible short scalp day trade. If the level is rejected nicely, if we do maintain above the level and we test point of control and continue pumping, there's just no shorts that are going to be taken. The swing short position here will be closed and there's just no new shorts going to be taken as long as we are above these levels. Once we reject these levels, then obviously that's when I'm considering into getting, into that swing short or adding to the swing short position if I'm still in it. So let's take a look at some altcoins right away. We are making some small bullish CVD divergence on the 3-minute time frame. We could go claim the high shortly, says Devolt. Let's check that out. Devolt always checking here the analysis. He is also a coach in the Legends community, providing information daily or almost daily. But I think daily. He's providing information daily there in the community. Spot on with the divergence as well. So we are creating those bullish CVD divergence on the lower time frames, and it looks pretty good. So we've got some higher highs right there, lower lows. So we could be testing the highs shortly. Let's take a look at some altcoins here for the community. Avalanche, please. Let's take a look at Avalanche. Avalanche is one that we were talking about a few weeks ago on the possible pump from this descending wedge structure. I mean, come on. Don't tell me that Polkadot does not look really sexy here for a big breakout. When you do put these two charts together, Avalanche exploded out here from the lower highs back in, mid-November. Very explosive breakout from $13 all the way up to $24. Almost 100% pump in a matter of a few days. So I like Avalanche because, it's failing to break out this high over here. Really nice for scalping, but it's, this is building up in my opinion. When you consolidate at a high for such a long time, forming a kind of a, descending wedge structure right like this, for me, this is quite bullish. It's a kind of a bullish sign that this could actually, explode in the coming days. So far, it's been rejecting very nicely from this level, but overall, this descending wedge structure target zone should be the highs of the wedge, which is around about $30. Very disturbing to see. I think it's a point where Avalanche could hit. If we were to get that pullback on Avalanche all the way back down to around about $15, which we got supported very, very nicely, like really simple basic analysis, resistance right there that broke nicely, flipped into support. I mean, it was an absolutely beautiful bounce. Resistance right there, just flipping into support. This was just, basically a couple of weeks ago. So, interesting enough, if Avalanche would be coming down here, just say, this is basically just in a downtrend and it's not going to, there's no power, there's no interest, and it gets a pullback like this. This for me is going to be a long in zone if it fails to move lower. So if it tests this low over here on Avalanche, which is basically beneath $15.70, I'm actually going to set some alerts right there, because I would be willing to long if it fails to break out from this low over here. So in a nutshell, look, if it were to come down here to $15, right, and fails to move beneath this low, which is this high over here, for me, it's pretty obvious that this is going to hold very, very nicely. And, I would be willing to get into that swing long position on Avalanche, okay? And it's just basic technical analysis. I think this pump hasn't finished yet on Avalanche. We are at a struggling range, which are these highs over here. We are struggling to get above the highs created back in February, back in April. So we got a series of highs right there that have been tested for a liquidity grab, all of those macro shorters. And but this pump is not finished. Pump has had really intense volume. So pullback here to the $15 range would only be a healthy corrective move, in my opinion, here for a swing long. Especially if you come down beneath the level here and maintain above it. That for me is going to be a clear sign that, for a good long, basically just looking at this as one wave, a two wave, and you're looking for the next explosive three wave up. Calling this the bottom. So we're just going to have to be waiting patiently. Of course, it can actually pump from this zone and explode, because yeah, I mean, volume is really intense. The previous high with high volume here, looking at the 4-hourly time frame, did maintain very nicely as support right there, as you can see. So high volume range from these highs, high volume on this resistance, breakout with volume and coming down to test it. Volume strategy basically here on Avalanche, getting a pretty decent bounce, but overall pulling back here. So lower time frame on Avalanche, I would be interested in getting into a double bottom right there. If we do test this low created on the 21st of November, it's actually a really decent level to create a swing failure pattern and then get a rise here to eat up all of the lower highs. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look at this as well. I'm going to set some alerts here. Really nice to see. Pivot low, pivot high. Oh my goodness, look at this. I mean, you had volume strategy. So this is really basic technical analysis, where you have the pump with high volume, you retrace with low volume, volume going down, you break out from the resistance high of high volume with volume, you retrace down with low volume. Obviously you get a bit of volume at the end, but compared to this pumpy volume is nothing. And you actually testing the highs with high volume and hitting the 618 Fibonacci from the last pump, right? Which was from this low. This is a corrective move. Pivot low, pivot high. Bang, you're hitting 618 with the highs from high volume. So this is a really nice long position. I mean, this is a move of about $2 to $3 almost on Avalanche, which is a pump of 15%. You know, with a little bit of leverage, you're making an absolute killing there. So the next setup here that I do see, as it is in a downtrend, and when you're downtrending, you don't know if you're going to actually, you know, rise from this point. So what I would be getting ready here on Avalanche, okay, and I'm going to set some alerts here as well, because I would be very much interested in that trade, is actually testing the low again. And if it fails to break down, obviously this is still part of a corrective move, and you're forming that double bottom swing failure pattern to get a rise to eat up all of these lower highs, right? You're actually looking for, you know, at least these lower highs right there to be, you know, eaten up. So from test of the lows to test of the highs. So you got a long setup right there, basically going from $19 to 21.50. And this is only if you fail to break out the lows here from the 21st of November on Avalanche. But it's a pretty obvious trade setup, short term. So we'll be analyzing that here. Set the alerts already. Hola Dubai Mafia, Mark Dutch, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining the stream. Much love to you. We've also got Father Time. We also got Devault, and Seb was around. Smash the like, says Blue. Thanks for joining the live stream. When would you enter DOT? I'm already in a DOT long position on MEXC. It's a very low leverage, 5x, low capital. I'm willing to add to the position, okay? I'm really against this kind of way of trading. But I just see, you know, it's the only one that I am in, the only altcoin at the moment, Polkadot. But it looks very, very exciting. It looks very good. And I'm willing to be in the red, underwater for a little bit, as it's a low trade, low capital and low leverage on Polkadot. Like I said, I mean, I see two scenarios here. There's two scenarios for me here, which is you break out already from this descending wedge resistance point, double bottom scenario, or you either have that pullback first and then get the rise. So as I do see these two scenarios available for this swing trade, I'm happy to allocate, you know, a small position just to not miss the trade, because I'm very much aware that, you know, this could explode any moment now. And then, you know, when Polkadot's trading here at $7-8, then you're like, oh, you know, Polkadot's pumping, you know, what's going on? Can you analyze Polkadot? Well, you know, looking very carefully, I do see this as a possibility. However, it's not the best level. You're longing into a resistance zone, and you could get that pullback. So I'm aware that this is not the best way in trading, you know, the best way to trade, right? You're longing into a resistance, and you've been pumping for the last few weeks already. So it's like, you know, you're FOMOing into the pump, right? But when you look at the macro, you know, I very much understand that this is a swing trade. This is going to be a boring trade. It might be there for weeks and weeks, you know. I'm going to forget about that trade. It's very low leverage, and I am very much aware still of a little bit of a pullback. We might get that pullback in the coming days. And I would just be happy to see the reaction, see how we do find a bottom here formation. Because what could happen is you could back test this low right there to finally form that inverted head and shoulder structure. So we'll be very carefully watching here the possible reaction. Of course, we'll be looking at the 618 Fibonacci from the pivot low to the pivot high, right? Around about that range where you could be back testing this level and finally be forming that inverted head and shoulder inside of the macro descending wedge to finally get that breakout at some point, right? So anyway, that was just that brief explanation on the dot swing trade. H bar, please. Let's take a look at H bar here for my man Cow, because H bar was looking pretty good. By the way, like I said, MEXC, great exchange, one that I use mainly for scalping and day trading. But I couldn't trade on Bybit yet, so I did it on MEXC. You got a great bonus. They have the lowest fees out there, guys. They got really low fees, and you got $20,000 worth of bonus on airdrops, okay? The more you trade, the more you deposit and trade, you get airdropped all of these bonuses, okay? You got the bonus down below in the description, okay? MEXC, $20,000 worth of bonus with the sign up link. Another way to support the channel, another way for you to trade in one of the best exchanges out there, ones that I am using, Bybit and MEXC. Let's take a look at HBAR here right away. Analyze HBAR. What's going on at HBAR? Is there a good trading setup here on HBAR? Because I remember, analyzing HBAR not long ago, and this is another one that for me is very, very good. It's a little bit different, obviously. I mean, you are creating higher lows right there. It's a solid L1 blockchain project. It's lagging behind, just like Algorand, just like Polkadot. But what you get mainly from cryptos pumping, altcoins pumping, usually L1 projects are the ones to rocket first. So that we kind of seeing the order. Ethereum is lagging behind a little bit, but it has been pumping for the last few weeks, but it just hasn't been pumping as much as we wanted. But you can see the order basically. Solana, we've seen Avalanche as well. Cardano, ADA is lagging behind a little bit, but Solana, Avalanche, ADA lagging behind. TRX went absolutely bananas the last couple of weeks. This one pumped really nice. So Polkadot hasn't pumped yet. HBAR also, which is in the top 50, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's ranked 35. HBAR is another one. Rune went absolutely crazy. Rune pumped massively, over 200% the last couple of weeks. So we're looking at the ones that haven't pumped yet. HBAR. HBAR looking pretty nice for that breakout. Polkadot. So what can we say about HBAR? Would be nice if we were to get a bit of a pullback. Yeah, but overall, I mean, I've never liked doing analysis on HBAR. I used to do analysis on HBAR, and it was very, very volatile and very, very choppy. It doesn't respect very much technical analysis. It has a little bit of its own life. So on HBAR, yeah, I mean, we very disturbing to see this point of control of the last year, right? We're looking at price action from 2022 and 2023, and there is something very, very disturbing here, which is the point of control, because is it getting resistance, or is it managing to get support at this range? It's very, very choppy, and it's not solid breakout. If this would have done this, I would have said, right, point of control, likely to get a support. But it's kind of in the middle and struggling to break above it. If HBAR were to get that pullback down to the value area low of the trading range in between 2022 and 2023, for me, this is going to be the level where you would want to get into that pullback as a swing long trade. That might take weeks. It might take weeks, but it's going to be your best option. Because right now, shorting here is not looking too great. We could rise to the value area high and test this high. So shorting here for me is not possible. And longing as well is I'm very much aware of this point of control being very, very choppy at this range. Not managing to have a solid breakout. So a little bit of confusing zone here. So if it's a confusing zone to long or to short, no trade to be taken. I'm waiting for that pullback here. It might just break through here, then it is what it is. It would be an altcoin that I missed, but it doesn't matter. But it would be looking very, very interesting if we were to get that pullback down to the value area low of this trading range of the last, what is it? It's about 16, 18 months. Would be very interesting. Value area low, higher low support, and we're looking for those fibs such as the 7-8 Fibonacci, right? very interesting level. Very interesting level here to get into a long. So I would remain patient on H bar. No doubt, the best thing that I could do here is set some alerts on H bar. So then I get alerted and just check the reaction to see if it is going to be good. Because what I want to see, what I do love on the charts are the double bottoms, guys. I talk about double bottoms and double tops always in the Legends community because this is the best way to get into the trading setups. You want those double bottoms to confirm that you're bottoming out, or those double tops if you're topping out as well. And I talk about them a lot in the Legends community. It just gives you a nice safe trade. And one of them was this one right over here, which is basically we wick down, and then this for me was the double bottom. I'm saying, guys, we're testing the lows. This is double bottoming out. I'm looking for a bounce here on Bitcoin at 37,200 to 37,600 at least. It's a nice $400 pump with a little bit of leverage. You can make some really nice profit, and there you have that. That double bottom right there, holding very, very nicely, and getting the rise to that level. So we like double bottoms on the charts. Okay, don't get excited. We're talking about technical analysis. We're talking about crypto. Double bottoms on the chart. Okay. Don't get too excited. Double bottoms on the chart. So it would be nice to see, kind of a double bottom on the lower time frames. It doesn't need to be on the higher time frames. Just like this. I mean, this was a higher time frame double bottom. You get the point, right? Double bottom right there. This is a long setup right there. So if you were to come down to that value area low, it would be nice to see that double bottom, and that is your long trigger as you getting the consolidation and you're failing to break down. Something very similar that happened here in October. And of course, this is the daily chart. You would want to see that on the 4-hourly time frame. And this is for swing longs. We're talking about swing longs here. I don't want to scalp day trade altcoins because I suck at doing it. There's honest answer there. I'm not an altcoin trader. Obviously, I like to recognize scenarios and see, all right, this might be a good opportunity, and I want to manage risk very well, and I want to share that risk management with you. So not interested in altcoins, for scalping, right? Because they're just not, for scalping and day trading, Bitcoin is number one. This is just, sometimes it's like, taking candy off a baby. Because it's respect the level so much. It's very, very nice. So for scalping and day trading, obviously I prefer Bitcoin. Let's continue. Oh, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Double bottoms are the best. The nice and round ones. Yes, sir. Singularity X. You're damn right. You long the double bottom and protected on the 1 minute time frame. Did we create a double bottom here was that on Bitcoin? Double bottoms, yeah, they also happen on the lower time frame. I mean, Bitcoin is bullish. It is bullish. We were creating those bullish CVD divergence like DeVault, the man himself, was talking about here. We got those lower time frames, bullish CVD divergence. So do you want it? Yep. On some charts, you will do. Yeah, well, we didn't take the low here, so it was an acceptable long position, managing risk very well. You're targeting the highs. So not a bad long scenario. We got DeVault here, absolutely crushing it with the CVD. Price of Bitcoin is still pumping up, so this did not have an effect. Most important ETF is with BlackRock. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. I will be getting some, for me, higher time frames is big resistance. Bitcoin is bullish. So obviously on lower time frames, you want to, just like DeVault was providing here, talking about the lower time frame CVD divergence, right? They are bullish. We do have a high chance in claiming the highs again. So no doubt in a bullish structure, you want to scalp long, you want to go with the trend. Shorting, we're only looking at higher time frame levels, okay? So lower time frame, bullish. It's obviously better to long, guys. And higher time frames, yeah, there could be some interesting resistance zones where we could reject from, which is basically the yearly high, but even better, that point of control for 2021 and 2022 looking very, very, very juicy indeed to see how are we going to react to that level, right? Which is huge. It is huge. Guys, I'm back in the studio tomorrow. Need to go for my CrossFit training, have my coffee, analyze the situation, start getting into those big trading setups, make some gains with the community. Thank you very much for joining. We'll be providing here some more information. I want to start getting some news out and some more data here during the live streams as well. I mean, this is a really nice chart that I can't remember his name. CryptoCon, I think. Shout out to him. You know, just sharing basically the 4-year cycle, and everything looks on track basically. So likely to get a wide range for the next few months till we get to the halving, guys. Till we actually get to the Bitcoin halving, which is basically in April, right? We're just a few months away from hitting the halving, right? It's just around about just over 4 months now till the Bitcoin halving. And yeah, 5 months actually. Very exciting to see also halving, ETF. We're going to be providing some news in the next live streams as well, guys. And also that pure technical analysis. If you want those daily analysis, setups, scalping, day trading, you want to join the Legends, guys. Remember, you do have that free trial on the Legends community if you do get the masterclass, okay? Black Friday is live. It's only going to be for another few days, guys. For all of those people that purchased back in the day a few months ago, don't worry, the price will be going up again. It's only for Black Friday, okay? Thank you, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.